Welcome to the deep dive. Have you ever found yourself, in a moment of real feeling, just grabbing the same few words, like
Mhm.
happy, sad, angry, maybe tired?
All the time. It's almost automatic, isn't it?
It really is, but what if those easy words, those defaults, are actually, well, holding us back a bit
Holding us back how?
from really saying what we mean, from connecting, properly on a deeper level?
Ah, I see what you mean.
Because think about it, when every single feeling, no matter how intense or subtle, just gets boiled down to happy or sad,
Yeah.
it's like describing, I don't know, a whole complex meal by just saying, it had food.
Right. You lose all the flavor, the ingredients, the texture.
Exactly. The richness is gone.
Uh-huh.
And your communication, it can end up sounding a bit, well, robotic,
Which
flat.
is the opposite of how we actually feel inside, usually.
Precisely. Our inner world is definitely not flat.
And that's where it gets really interesting, I think. Think of the English language like a painter's palette, a really big one. If you only ever use black and white, maybe a basic red.
Yeah.
Sure, you can make a picture. People get the idea.
It's limited.
Very limited. It
Yeah.
looks flat,
Yeah.
right? But then imagine you start adding all these other colors, shades of blue, deep greens, fiery reds, golds.
Okay.
Suddenly the whole picture just comes alive.
Mm.
It has depth, emotion, it feels real.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens when you expand the words you use for emotions in English.
Mm.
We're not just like memorizing new dictionary entries.
Yeah.
We're actually getting new tools, new brushes
Mm.
to paint our inner world,
Mhm.
to show what's really going on inside.
So it's about authenticity then, making it more vivid.
Authenticity, precision, vividness, all of it. Moving from a basic sketch to something much more compelling, a masterpiece even.
So today, we're really going for it, a deep dive into this whole world of emotional vocabulary. We're
Mm.
drawing insights from some fantastic material, linguistic studies, and especially the work of Dr. Elena Petrova looking at how native speakers actually do this.
Her work on the semantics of emotion is really groundbreaking.
It really is. And our mission for you listening is pretty clear.
Yeah.
We want to help you move way beyond just happy, sad, angry.
Get to ask the basics.
Exactly. Discover the natural, powerful, often really memorable ways native English speakers talk about feelings.
So by the end of this,
By the end, the idea is you won't just have a bigger list of words. You'll actually feel more confident, more fluent when you talk about how you feel.
making your communication much more engaging.
Absolutely. More vivid, more compelling. You won't just tell people what you feel. You'll kind of invite them to feel it with you.
And that right there, that's the key to real connection, isn't it?
I think it absolutely is.
Yeah.
So Dr. Petrova makes this really strong point early on, and it kind of grabs you. She says if you only use those same few words, happy, sad, angry, you risk sounding
Well, robotic.
like a machine just stating data points, feeling sad.
Exactly. And when you think about it, it's kind of true, isn't it? When
Mm.
all your complex human feelings get crammed into these huge general boxes.
You lose so much detail. You lose everything, all the nuance, the subtlety, the intensity. You're giving a label, sure, but it's not really a description, not a real one.
It's like using a blunt instrument when you need a fine brush.
Yeah. You're painting in these broad, dull strokes, missing all the texture, the light and shadow that actually define the feeling.
And that lack of nuance, it really
Yeah.
does get in the way of genuine connection. It keeps people at arm's length, in a way.
Yeah. Which brings us to a really important question. Why do native speakers tend to avoid these simple words? Is it deliberate?
That's a good question. Is it conscious?
Maybe not always conscious, but it's because feelings, they aren't fixed states. They're not just on or off.
Oh, they flow, they change.
Exactly. They exist on this huge spectrum. They have different intensities, right? Different flavors almost. Different contexts matter hugely.
So, like, being happy because you found a parking spot isn't the same as being happy because you got married.
Precisely. But if happy is your only word, both get the same label,
Ah,
which is just
yeah.
inadequate.
So the goal, really, is to go beyond just naming the feeling. We want to paint it, show its colors.
Give it life.
Yes. So instead of just, I'm happy, you might say, I'm over the moon.
Instantly feel the difference there.
Right. One gives you a fact, the other gives you a feeling, an image, this sense of weightless joy.
It resonates more.
Much more. It lets the other person really grasp the degree and the kind of happiness. It's about emotional clarity.
So, okay, what does this actually mean for you listening right now?
What's the practical takeaway?
It means we're about to explore the whole emotional landscape. We're going category by category.
Happiness, sadness,
Yep. Happiness and joy, then sadness and those negative feelings, anger and frustration, fear and worry,
surprise, excitement.
surprise and excitement, definitely. And then calmness, peace, and even those tricky mixed feelings.
Covering the whole range.
We'll look at the specific words, the phrases native speakers use for all of these, breaking down the finer points.
Like equipping you with a whole new set of tools.
Exactly. Each word, each idiom, it's like a new brush for that emotional palette we talked about.
Adding depth, texture.
Brilliance, even. It's not just about knowing more words, it's about unlocking new ways to communicate who you really are.
And connecting better because of it.
That's the goal. Deeper understanding, real connection. Okay, let's start with a big one. Happiness. Just saying happy. It really is just the tip of the iceberg, isn't it?
It barely scratches the surface.
Native speakers, they just naturally reach for all these colorful, more specific ways to show how happy they are and, crucially, why.
It's about adding both precision and vibrancy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, vibrancy is a great word for it. Giving the listener a real sense of the feeling, not just the label.
Instead of just saying, it was nice.
Right. It's like trying to describe, I don't know, seeing the northern lights by just saying it was colorful.
You miss the awe, the movement, the magic.
All of it. Same with feelings. Happy is just the start.
And this is where the words for really intense joy come in. Think about getting that dream job you've wanted for ages.
Okay, yeah. Big moment.
You wouldn't just say, I'm happy. You might say, I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Ecstatic. You can feel the energy in that word.
You can. It's not just happy. It's like you're almost bursting with joy, overwhelmed by it in the best possible way.
Okay.
Or how about overjoyed? That suggests the happiness is just spilling out, filling you up completely.
Like you can't contain it.
Exactly. And then there's on cloud nine. We all know that one.
Classic idiom.
It's more than just an idiom, though. It instantly creates this mental picture, right? Floating, weightless bliss, pure elation.
I read somewhere that it might have come from old weather classifications, cloud nine being the highest, fluffiest one.
That's one theory. The highest cumulonimbus. So being on cloud nine is literally being on top of the world, metaphorically speaking.
Wow. So these words, they really show the feeling.
They convey the whole experience, not just the name tag.
But, happiness isn't always that huge explosion, is it? That big fireworks show.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's much quieter.
Yeah, like that gentle hum inside.
Uh,
That feeling when you're reading a great book on a rainy day, all cozy.
Perfect peace.
Or that quiet satisfaction when you finally finish a really difficult project you worked hard on.
Right, that sense of accomplishment.
That's where words like content, at ease, and satisfied come into play. They paint a different picture.
A softer shade of joy.
Exactly. A peaceful kind, not loud, but deep. A real sense of well-being.
Content is interesting. It implies you don't need anything more. You're just, okay, settled.
Like a quiet acceptance, almost.
And at ease often means feeling comfortable, relaxed in a specific situation, maybe with certain people. No tension.
And satisfied. That usually links to getting something you needed or wanted, right?
Yeah, like after a good meal or achieving a goal, a feeling of fulfillment, completion.
So these allow for expressing that quieter inner harmony.
And then shifting gears a bit, You have these brilliant, really energetic, informal ways to talk about joy. Great for everyday excitement.
Like when something unexpectedly good happens.
Exactly. Say your friend turns up with your favorite cake out of the blue. You might just yell, "I'm thrilled."
Thrilled. Yeah, that mixes happiness and excitement nicely.
It does. Or maybe you're heading to a concert you've been looking forward to for months.
You say?
I'm pumped. Very informal, loads of energy. You're really psyched up for it.
Pumped. Got it. And stoked. I hear that one too.
Stoked is even more casual, yeah. Very common, especially maybe with younger people or in certain groups. It just sounds energetic.
Like you're buzzing with excitement.
Totally. It shows how flexible English is. These aren't just slang, they carry a specific energy.
Okay, here's where I think it gets really practical and honestly powerful.
Hmm.
The real magic happens when you connect these words to the situation, not just using the word in isolation.
Context is everything.
Exactly. So instead of just, I'm happy, you say, I'm absolutely ecstatic that I finally passed my driving test.
Instantly more vivid. You share the reason, the intensity.
Right. The listener is right there with you. Or instead of, I'm excited, you say, I'm completely pumped about the concert this weekend.
Adds that layer of anticipation, the energy.
And for the quiet stuff, I'm feeling really content after that long walk in the park.
Evokes calm, peace.
See? Each sentence tells a little story. It's not just data.
You're inviting people in, letting them feel it too.
And that makes your English sound natural, confident, and honestly just more interesting.
It's about connection, ultimately.
Okay, let's move to the other side of the coin now. Sadness. It's universal, isn't it? We all feel it.
An unavoidable part of being human.
But again, just like happiness, it has so many different shades, different textures.
So many layers.
Saying I'm sad, it just doesn't capture the huge difference between, say, feeling a bit disappointed versus feeling completely heartbroken.
It's like calling every shade of gray just dark. You miss all the subtlety.
Yeah, the difference between a light mist and a heavy storm cloud.
Thinking about that everyday sadness, the kind that just sort of drifts in and out.
In minor key moments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It often feels like a little dip in energy, doesn't it? A slight fading.
Yeah.
For those times, native speakers often use phrases like, "I'm a bit down."
A bit down. Okay, implies mildness.
Very mild. Not terrible, just not great. Or feeling low. That paints a picture of your energy sinking a bit.
Like your spirits are literally lower.
Right. And then the classic, "I'm blue."
Feeling blue, that's interesting. The color link.
It goes way back, apparently, to the 14th century, maybe linked to blue devils, meaning low spirits. It suggests a light, maybe even unexplained sadness.
More of a mood than a reaction to something specific.
Often, yes. These are great for those transient moments of just feeling a bit off.
But then there are times when sadness hits hard, when it's really impactful.
When it knocks you off your feet.
Yeah. Imagine losing something really important, like that scholarship you worked years for, or, your dream holiday gets completely canceled last minute.
Devastating.
Exactly. In those moments, sad feels, well, pathetic. It doesn't match the feeling at all.
No way.
That's when you need words like devastated. It sounds like an emotional earthquake, doesn't it? Utterly shattered.
It really does.
Or heartbroken.
Oof. Heartbroken. That suggests a deep personal wound. Like something inside you has literally broken, often from loss or betrayal.
It's visceral.
And crushed. That gives such a heavy, almost physical sensation, like a huge weight pressing down on you.
Leaving you breathless.
These words aren't just labels. They communicate the sheer weight, the impact of the emotion.
They invite empathy, not just acknowledgement. But what about sadness that isn't like a sudden blow, but more lingering? A quiet ache that just hangs around.
Like a fog that won't lift.
Exactly. For that, English has words that evoke a different atmosphere, like gloomy.
Gloomy makes you think of dark clouds.
Right.
A heavy feeling. It does. A persistent dimness in your mood. Then there's melancholy.
Melancholy sounds more poetic, thoughtful.
It is. It suggests a deep, reflective sadness. Maybe a bit wistful, often without a clear cause, thinking about the past, perhaps.
Okay. And sorrowful.
Sorrowful is more formal, definitely, often used for very serious situations, deep grief, or in writing. It carries a real weight and dignity.
So gloomy, melancholy, sorrowful. Different shades again.
Distinct flavors of that lingering sadness. Each adds a unique touch to the emotional canvas.
So by learning to use these different words, these
You
distinctions,
gain so much more control.
yeah, you can show exactly how you're feeling. Are you just a little upset? Are you grieving deeply? Or just feeling reflective?
It makes your communication so much richer, more accurate.
And more relatable, ultimately. People don't just hear the word, they connect with the feeling you're describing,
They understand your inner world better.
which is vital for building real connections. Look at all those shades of blue and gray we just added.
Exactly. Much more descriptive than just sad.
Okay, let's tackle anger. Now, this is a powerful one, isn't it? Very dynamic.
It definitely has a lot of energy behind it.
And just saying, I'm angry, it often falls really short in English if you want to sound natural.
It's too broad, too simple for such a complex feeling.
Right. There are so many ways to describe it, each showing a different level of intensity, like an emotional thermometer,
From a mild simmer,
to a full-on boiling rage. Angry is just telling someone it's hot, but these other words let you pinpoint the exact temperature.
and it's interesting how we distinguish the milder forms, the everyday stuff.
The little annoyances.
Yeah, like your internet crawling when you need it, or someone cutting you off in traffic. You'd probably say you're annoyed.
Annoyed. Okay, slight bother.
Slight bother. Minor irritation. Irritated is similar,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe implies something repetitive or grating, like a constant noise.
Ah, okay. Like someone clicking their pen over and over.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But frustrated. That one usually connects to a specific block.
Like you're trying to do something and you can't.
Precisely. Trying to assemble furniture with terrible instructions or dealing with a computer that just won't work. You're blocked, hence frustrated.
Got it. So annoyed, irritated, frustrated, they hint at the cause too.
They do. Adds context that angry just misses.
But then that feeling can start to build, can it? It gets stronger.
Definitely.
Imagine someone says something really insulting to you or treats you unfairly. It goes beyond annoyance then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm mad is a pretty common casual go-to then, right?
Very common.
Yeah.
Straightforward, gets the point across.
Upset is maybe a bit softer. It can mix anger with sadness or disappointment.
True. Upset is broader, but still clearly negative. And picked off. I like that one.
Ticked off, very informal. Means you're clearly angry.
Clear, angry, definitely annoyed, but maybe not quite at the shouting stage yet. You've reached a limit.
Okay, so mad, upset, ticked off, the temperature is rising.
And then you get to the boiling point, when anger just takes over.
Full rage mode.
Exactly. That's when we need the really strong words. Furious.
Furious. Sounds intense, like you're shaking with anger.
It implies extreme rage. Overwhelming. Then there's outraged.
Outraged feels different, more about injustice.
Yes. It often suggests moral anger, a feeling that something is deeply wrong, unfair, a violation of principles, like reacting to a political scandal.
Right, not just personal.
And livid. That's a fantastic word.
Livid. What does that imply?
It suggests being so intensely angry you might be speechless, maybe flushed red. The emotion is just too overwhelming. Apparently it comes from Latin for bluish or lead color, like an enraged face.
Wow. So furious, outraged, livid. These convey that peak intensity.
They embody it, make the listener feel the force of it.
And what about those everyday frustrations? The ones that just grind you down?
The slow burn stuff.
Yeah, English has some great idioms for that, like, I lost my temper.
Perfect description for losing control.
Right?
Shouting, maybe slamming something.
Yeah. Or, I'm fed up.
Fed up means you've had enough. Reached your limit with a situation or person, like with constant construction noise.
Totally. And it drives me crazy. That's a classic.
So good for those small, persistent irritations, like terrible traffic every single morning.
Or someone's annoying habit. These idioms, they add so much color, don't they?
They really do.
Hmm.
Make it vivid, relatable, much better than just saying it's annoying over and over.
Okay, moving on. Fear, worry, anxiety. Another big complex of emotions we all deal with.
Absolutely. From mild unease to sheer terror.
And again, just saying I'm scared is only the very beginning of the story in English.
And the headline, not the full article.
Native speakers, they naturally choose words that show not just that they're afraid, but how much, what kind of fear, and why.
It's about differentiating those butterflies in your stomach before a speech.
From absolute paralyzing panic, getting that fine line right.
And even the mild fear, it has different flavors, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, think about nervous. That usually implies tension before something important, right?
Like a job interview or a first date. Future-focused jitters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But uneasy is different. It's softer, more pervasive. A feeling that something isn't quite right.
Like a vague suspicion or discomfort. Walking alone at night, maybe?
Yeah, or feeling uneasy about trusting someone. It's a subtle sense of wrongness. And worried is that general concern about things going badly.
Thinking about problems, potential negative outcomes.
Right. These aren't paralyzing, but they definitely color your mood, your comfort level.
But then fear can really start to grip you, can it? It starts to feel like it's taking over.
When it moves from the background to the foreground.
Yeah, that's when words like anxious come in. What's the difference between worried and anxious, really?
Anxious often feels more intense, more physical. Your mind races, you feel dread, maybe tension, even without a specific immediate threat.
Okay, more pervasive. And stressed out, that's super common.
Very common, very informal. It links the fear or nervousness directly to pressure deadlines, workload, feeling overwhelmed, burdened.
Like you might not be able to cope.
Exactly. And then panicking. That's when fear becomes overwhelming, right?
Losing control.
Yeah, disorganized thoughts, maybe physical symptoms like rapid breathing, racing heart, a feeling of being consumed by terror.
So anxious, stressed out, panicking. These show fear escalating, becoming debilitating.
Which brings us to extreme fear, the kind that freezes you in place.
Like seeing a ghost, or maybe something more real but just as terrifying.
Exactly. Hearing strange noises downstairs when you know you're alone. Or suddenly seeing a snake on the path, scared, just doesn't cut it.
No way.
You need terrified. That implies intense, visceral fear. You might be shaking.
Or petrified. That one's powerful.
It literally means turned to stone. Fear so strong you feel you can't move, can't speak. Immobilizing terror.
Wow. And horrified.
Horrified often mixes that strong fear with shock, maybe even disgust, seeing something gruesome or deeply disturbing.
So terrified, petrified, horrified. These project the experience of extreme fear.
They make the listener feel that jolt, that paralysis.
And just like with anger, we have great idioms for fear moments, too.
The colorful shortcuts.
Yeah. Like, got cold feet. What does that mean exactly?
It means backing out of something important, like a wedding or a big presentation,
All right.
right at the last minute because you suddenly get scared or nervous.
Ah, okay. Last minute fear. And my heart skipped a beat.
Perfect for that sudden jolt, a physical reaction to a sudden shock or scare, or even a pleasant surprise sometimes.
Right. And it freaked me out. Hear that all the time.
Super common, very casual, means something scared you or made you really nervous and unsettled, often something unexpected or a bit weird.
These idioms, they just make the description feel so much more real, don't they?
They add that layer of everyday authenticity.
All right, let's shift gears to something often more fun. Surprise. This is such a dynamic emotion in English.
It really is. Covers a huge range, from tiny unexpected moments to massive shocks.
And if you only ever say, I'm surprised, it just sounds flat.
Lacks impact.
What?
Doesn't say anything about the kind of surprise.
Exactly. But with the right word, you can bring that reaction roaring to life, show if it was good, bad, mild, intense.
And it's often quite subtle, isn't it? Not always a huge shock.
Like a little ripple of unexpectedness.
Yeah. For that, you might say you were taken aback.
Taken aback. So, mildly startled or caught off guard.
Exactly. Maybe by someone's unexpected comment or action. Not major, just, huh. Or the very conversational, I didn't see that coming.
Love that one. So useful for any unexpected twist or turn.
Totally. And then there's impressed. That's surprise, but a positive kind, right?
Yeah, surprise mixed with admiration. Like if a friend suddenly reveals a hidden talent.
Right. You're surprised and admiring. It shows surprise isn't always a jolt. It can be a pleasant acknowledgement.
But what about those moments of really big positive surprise when you're genuinely wowed?
When something exceeds all expectations.
Yeah, that's when you need words with more impact, like amazed.
Amazed implies being very impressed, filled with wonder, pleasantly surprised on a bigger scale.
And astonished. Is it stronger?
I'd say so, yeah. Astonished suggests you can hardly believe it. You're grappling with the unexpectedness of it. Stunned, almost.
Okay. And blown away. That's a great idiom.
Fantastic idiom. It perfectly captures that feeling of being completely overwhelmed by something impressive, shock mixed with huge admiration.
Like seeing an absolutely incredible performance. Or someone making unbelievable progress.
Exactly. These words, amazed, astonished, blown away, they conveyed being positively overwhelmed. And then there's the other end, total shock, when something just floors you.
Knocks the wind out of you.
Yeah, stunned is a key word here.
Yeah.
It implies being frozen, unable to react, like you've been mentally hit.
Processing overload.
Right. And speechless. That's when the surprise is so huge you literally can't find words.
Your brain just stalls.
Pretty much. Complete disbelief. And flabbergasted. That's a fun one.
Flabbergasted sounds dramatic.
It is. It's a more dramatic, maybe slightly playful way to say you are extremely overwhelmingly shocked. Often used for something bizarre or unbelievable.
You just can't compute what just happened.
Exactly. Stunned, speechless, flabbergasted, capturing that moment of profound disbelief.
And, of course, surprise isn't always positive, is it?
No, definitely not. Sometimes it's unsettling.
Right. You might say you feel shaken up after something startling or scary. Emotionally unsettled.
Or if something makes you jump, it startled me,
Uh-huh.
like a sudden loud noise.
And for really bad, unbelievable news, you might be in disbelief, struggling to accept it.
Make sense? But surprise often links to excitement too, doesn't it?
It really does. They often go hand in hand. So instead of just, I'm excited,
You could say, I'm thrilled.
Hmm?
Adds that joy element we talked about.
or I'm buzzing, that implies so much energy, anticipation.
Like you're vibrating with excitement.
And my favorite for suspense, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Perfect. Vivid idiom for waiting for something exciting or tense to happen. Like the end of a thriller movie.
Yeah. So you see the range. Surprise, shock, excitement, all connected but distinct. Okay, so we've covered the big, intense emotions. But not everything is a peak or a valley, is it?
No, so much of life is lived in the quieter spaces between. The steady moments.
Exactly. And English has some really beautiful ways to talk about that calmness, that peace, and also those complex, mixed feelings.
The ones that aren't easily labeled.
Right. It's about recognizing the subtler tones, the blends, the quiet moments on the emotional spectrum.
So how do we talk about that feeling of serenity? That inner quiet?
Beyond just calm.
Yeah. Well, relaxed is the common one, obviously. Free from stress, tension, like after a good massage.
The default chill word.
Pretty much.
Mm.
But at peace feels deeper, doesn't it?
It does. More profound. Suggests emotional or even spiritual tranquility. Inner harmony.
Like after resolving a major conflict, perhaps.
Yeah.
And at ease often relates to feeling comfortable in a specific setting or with people.
No awkwardness, no tension, just comfortable in your own skin.
Exactly. These words relaxed, at peace, at ease, they convey that lovely lack of stress, that sense of settled well-being.
And sometimes calmness is more about balance,
Yeah.
stability.
Not high, not low, just steady.
Yeah.
That's where content comes in again,
Yeah.
that quiet happiness, not needing anything more. We touched on that with happiness, but it fits perfectly here too. It's a settled state.
And grounded, what does that really mean?
Grounded suggests being stable, realistic, emotionally strong, like you have your feet firmly on the ground, even if things are chaotic around you.
Connected, maybe.
Connected, stable, and centered often implies feeling focused, calm, aligned in mind and body.
Like you're in tune with yourself.
Yeah.
Balanced.
Exactly. Content, grounded, centered. They describe that wonderful state of inner stability and quiet confidence. But what about when feelings aren't simple? When they're mixed up? English is surprisingly good at capturing that complexity.
Those messy, real-life emotions.
Precisely. Take bittersweet. Such a perfect word.
Bittersweet. Happy and sad at the same time.
Exactly. Like graduating, happy to move on, sad to leave friends, or moving to a new city, excited for the new, sad about the old, that poignant mix.
It captures it perfectly.
Or feeling conflicted. That means you're pulled in different emotional directions, right?
Like your heart says one thing, your head says another. Opposing feelings.
Yeah. Making it hard to feel settled. And then the straightforward option. Having mixed emotions.
Just stating it directly.
Yep. These terms, bittersweet, conflicted, mixed emotions, they show real emotional sophistication, acknowledging that feelings aren't always neat and tidy.
Which is so important for honest communication. And finally, what about describing someone who just stays calm under pressure? The unflappable types.
Ones who never seem stressed.
Yeah. We have some great idioms for that too, like being as cool as a cucumber.
Classic.
Yeah.
Means completely calm, composed, even when things are going crazy.
Effortlessly calm.
And keeping my cool suggests actively controlling your emotions in a tough spot.
Making an effort to stay calm when provoked.
Exactly. And nothing phases me.
Phase.
Yeah, phase means disturb or disconcerting. So if nothing phases you, nothing upsets your calm, you're unflappable.
Cool as a cucumber. Keeping my cool. Nothing phases me. Great ways to describe that state of being, not just a feeling.
Absolutely. That resilient inner peace. Hashtag conclusion. So if we tie this all together, what we've really seen today is that emotions in English, they're not just those 4 or 5 basic words.
Not at all.
It's a whole universe of shades, tones, expressions. They make your speech colorful, vivid, and just. Deeply human.
Takes it from functional to expressive.
Precisely. Think about the difference. When you say, I'm sad, okay, people get the basic information. But when you say, I'm heartbroken or I'm feeling a bit blue, people don't just understand. They feel it more. They can picture it.
They connect.
They connect more deeply. And that really is the secret to sounding natural and fluent in English. It's not just about translating thoughts.
It's about painting feelings with words.
Exactly. Painting emotions with language.
Yeah.
Inviting people into your experience.
So what does all this mean for you listening right now?
How does it apply directly?
It means your words have incredible power. Real power to shape how people see you, how they connect with you.
Every word choice matters.
It really does. Whether you're telling a friend you're thrilled about something great or admitting you're honestly terrified about a presentation.
Or feeling bittersweet about a life change.
Choosing that right word, that precise shade from this palette we've explored, it transforms your sentence from flat to unforgettable.
It's not just about learning vocabulary lists.
No, it's about living the language, expressing your true complex self with confidence, with precision.
And building those deeper, more authentic connections as a result.
And the more you use these words, the more confident you'll feel, right? You won't hesitate searching for the word.
It becomes more intuitive. You'll just have the right brushstroke for that exact feeling. Which leads to a final thought, a question for you to take away.
Okay.
Think about one feeling you often describe with a really basic word, maybe good or bad or scared.
Mm-hmm.
And now, using some of the things we've talked about today, how could you describe it with more precision, more depth, more depth?
Find a better word from the palette.
Exactly. And consider this. How might understanding these nuances change not just how you speak English, but how you actually perceive and understand your own feelings?
Because language shapes thought, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. By expanding your emotional vocabulary, you're arguably expanding your understanding of yourself and others, gaining a richer view of the human experience.
Wow. That's a powerful thought.
So here's a little challenge. Pick just one new word or idiom you heard today, just one, and try to use it in a conversation, write it down, send it in a message.
Put it into practice.
Put it into practice. Your words are powerful tools. Use them to express, to connect, and to sound like the truly eloquent, authentic communicator you're becoming.